Yeah, they enter like an ultra-Orthodox Hasidic community. This is not the community I grew up in. It's even more Jewish than mine. I am curious what the perspective is going to be like. This has like 5 million views. It's a 40-minute video. Literally, let's freaking... Is there anything else I want to say? Don't be racist, guys. Moral of the day.
The Hasidic Jews of Brooklyn, New York...
Wait, hold up. This guy right here. Hold up, wait. This guy right here is in every one of these types of videos. Whenever there's like a going in the Hasidic community, bro, this guy's there. Who is this guy? I'm not kidding. I'm not crazy. Who is this guy? He's there every time.
Hasidic Jews of Brooklyn, New York are the most
guy?
religious and closed-off community in America.
What is Hasidism to you?
So it's a very vibrant community, second and third generation post-Holocaust.
Arguably one of the most fundamental religions.
That is sus.
Period on the planet.
This community is a wonderful community because there's a lot of nice people here.
The whole system of how we relate to God.
This guy's in everything, bro.
We interact with God.
I'm about to walk into an exclusive synagogue here, and I'm pretty nervous. Wow. The stakes are very high.
I like when people apply like the YouTube formula to like stuff like this. Today we walked into a Jewish synagogue to see what the real life. It's just, he's being nice. I'm pretty sure he's Jewish, but it's just funny, bro.
Outsiders to be here, but I'm about to cross into this controversial bubble to discover the
bro looks mad Jewish. When they put the stuff on him, he fits in perfectly.
Which will leave you speechless.
Can you not record this part?
Okay, it's gonna be a disaster with cameras, but we're gonna try.
No, it is, but like the Hasidic community does not like when you walk into their community with cameras in their face, because the media has just made them look bad for years upon years. They just want to be by themselves. You don't like bother these people, you know?
I'm in a rush. I have an appointment.
Yeah,
I
he's
never
got
thought
an
I was so
appointment, bro.
intimidated
Bro's
by
on a mission.
My own religion. Police security everywhere now in this neighborhood. Pretty intense street. Very religious.
Oh yeah, they're
Everybody on
filled.
their flip phones because they don't use internet.
Yep.
100% of the women over 18 years old are wearing wigs.
Yep.
What are you supposed to think
Bro's
or believe
praying,
in this
bro.
moment?
So that's a really good question.
The Hasidic Jews of New York. Guys, what if I popped in the video? Would that be crazy? But I'm not this type of... I didn't grow up in this type of community. I grew up in a fairly just kind of regular Jewish... Not that this is irregular. Do I have a big hat like the Jews apparently in every video? I don't have that type of hat. I have like a fedora type of hat when I pray. Cough, cough, Netflix is unorthodox. Yeah, the most based... like literally majority of things in that documentary aren't factual. Her old friends came out later and said she's literally lying about everything. I don't even know.
Growing up Jewish, I've always enjoyed connecting with other Jews around the world, like I've done in Ethiopia, Afghanistan,
Shout
the
out my
Philippines,
Ethiopians.
and Yemen. I consider myself very lucky to be part of a religion that has only 15 million members.
And somehow we run everything, bruh. It's actually crazy how there's only 50 million of us, yet we live in people's head, bruh. We're 0.01% of the world, or 0.1. Whatever it is.
Such a profound impact on global society. That being said, I've always been extra curious about the Hasidic Jews of New York because they seem to be different both physically and mentally from the rest of us.
There's many types of Jews in New York. This is just like one sect of them.
The Hasidism movement started just 250 years ago in Ukraine and spread to the United States right after the Holocaust. The way that Hasidic Jews dress themselves and curate their lifestyles will leave you stunned, from their big furry hats and long beards to their lack of using the internet and smartphones. Their strong commitment to family, tradition, and strict Jewish law is remarkable. But let's back up a bit. Not all Jews are Hasidic.
Oh, guys, literally, it's the elites. That's crazy, bro. They even got Albert Einstein, bro. That's crazy.
In fact, Hasidics make up only 5% of the total Jewish population. There are 3 other movements.
That is 5% of the already like 0.1%. That's how small this is.
Judaism, Reformed, Conservative, and Orthodox, and all of these communities can be found scattered around New York City. I started my adventure by popping into a Jewish restaurant in Washington Heights, Manhattan, which is a local hangout spot for modern Orthodox teenagers studying Torah at the well-known Yeshiva University.
Oh yeah, that's like the Jew university, bruh. As if every university isn't sponsored by some Jewish dude. But yeah, that's like the haven. I want to go there, but yeah.
Is it mostly Jews that come here?
Mostly, yeah. We have a bunch of teachers and people from around the neighborhood that come also, and some regulars.
Yo, he's slapping that meat, bro.
Shawarma, so it's homemade. We make it every day with fresh chicken. We cut up ourselves the chicken.
Looks like a
spice
beehive.
it up, stack it,
That looks so
and cook
good.
it. Yeah. It's
you
almost
from
caramelized.
Are you from Israel or New
No, I'm
York?
from France. I grew up in France.
I thought I heard something.
Accent? Yeah.
You're French Jew.
good, bro.
I don't meet that many French Jews.
Yeah, I know. My workers are the best. Literally, like, really amazing workers.
This looks a bit unsanitary. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
You speak like you're Israeli. You speak.
I know.
It's a little bit of the French mixed in there.
After all these years working in the Israeli restaurant, I think it literally like imprinted me with the Israeli accent. I'm from Chile.
I've never met a Chilean Jew in my entire life. Do you feel like you
Neither have
belong
I,
here,
bro.
like with the Jews and the community?
I believe the community here is amazing. I believe that all Jews belong in Israel.
Mad based. Bro's like he's like making his way through like different communities. Is that what's going on?
Pretty tasty. Everything in a shawarma that
I'm sorry, I
would ever
hate watching
possibly
people eat
want,
online.
including eggplant, is in here.
Guys, I will never eat on
Very
stream.
flavorful.
You're welcome.
Very delicious.
Go in that building over there. That's like the big yeshiva, and you have like hundreds of kids studying together.
Yeah, these are
Tell
like
me
more
about this
modern style
community
Jews. Yeah.
As a Jew.
This is what we call a modern Orthodox Jewish neighborhood.
Bro's got that Jew accent. He's got the classic.
A little more takes like modern inventions and technology and incorporates it into Jewish life, as opposed to Hasidic neighborhood, which may not do so.
What do you think about Hasidic neighborhoods?
They're not like any more Jewish than us. They're not any less Jewish. We're all Jews, and like the way like their teachings.
See, this guy, he's like more modern, but like he has the curls. Like there's a massive like variety, you know, of just different types of Jews.
Amazing, and like it's not really for everyone, but the people who it's for, like it works for a lot of people for thousands and thousands of years. So it's a really beautiful thing.
I happen to be Chabad.
It's different.
Yo! Guys, that's literally what I am. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're different Hasidic groups.
But you guys have no beef with each other. It's all Judaism.
They tend to be a little bit more insular, and for their reasons. From their religious perspective, they're trying to protect, you know, what they're doing, and they don't want the world to necessarily influence them. I mean, there have been conflicts. I'm not going to lie.
But like you wouldn't
goal-
go there and they wouldn't come here. Put it that way.
Yeshiva University is a little bit controversial in that sense. Like the
Okay.
Satmar Chassid would not hold Yeshiva University.
Yeah, they would not. Yeah, Yeshiva University is very modern Judaism.
They don't go to secular college. They don't
Sure.
go to secular university.
It's really cool to see Hebrew writing all over the walls. Like, I can actually sound it out, but I don't know what it means.
Now that I've got a good feel
Dominic
for the
Curry.
modern Orthodox life in Manhattan, I'm hopping in a cab to the ultra-conservative Hasidic community in Brooklyn.
Bro's
called
gonna be in for the biggest culture shock of his life.
South Williamsburg. Unlike other Jewish communities, most Hasidics rarely, if ever, leave the boundaries of their district.
Because whenever we do, they start killing us.
Everything from schools, hospitals, and supermarkets to hardware stores, internet cafes, and bookstores are all found within walking distance. It is very much a bubble, and it's intimidating to enter because A, I'm not Hasidic, and B,
Oh, yeah.
I'll be meeting up with Abby Stein, who comes from Williamsburg but was canceled by her parents and her family for coming out as transgender.
This is gonna be the most based thing ever. I'm excited as hell for this. This is gonna be amazing.
I was the first person who was raised in a Hasidic community in the 250 years of the Hasidic community's existence to have come out publicly. The worst thing that happened to me when I've come back here has been people screaming, and once people threw an egg.
Threw an egg at you.
I'm
Well, that's
going
not
in
nice.
with an open mind and a willingness to learn more about this unique culture while being extra careful on how I use my camera.
Hi.
Oh yeah, you better.
How are you? Good to meet you.
This is
Finally,
right-
you
never
grew
mind.
up like here.
My parents still live about 10 minutes walking from here.
As we cross the
This
border,
is the most interesting dynamic I have ever seen. You got like the non-religious knows nothing about Judaism, then you got like the ex-Hasidic like trans Jew, and then like both walking in an ultra Hasidic community, and like she's giving the tour. It's just wow.
into Hasidic Williamsburg,
They
from
really
the hipster
egged her.
part of
Yeah, that
town,
wasn't nice.
I'm noticing the people's outfits and street signs immediately starting to change. It's
Oh, yeah.
literally separated by a single street, Broadway, with the subway screeching right above our heads.
Literally, you could just be walking, and all of a sudden, yeah, Jewland, bro. You literally just enter Jewland. You're like, what the hell? Where the hell am I? It's like you walk through a portal, and there's just Jews everywhere, bro. Nothing more scary than that.
Clearly it's pouring rain outside. We're doing our best right now.
So this is literally, Broadway was always the border.
Yeah,
That's
they got
very
the
important.
bags on
We're
their
like
head.
on it right now, and you'll see in a
the
minute.
rain.
There's like 2 blocks maybe that are kind of like a mix. This is Yiddish. It looks like Hebrew, but it's
Yeah,
Yiddish.
it looks like Hebrew.
It's like German Hebrew, sort of.
Almost everyone here speaks Yiddish at home. But this is a hat store, so they sell Hasidic hats.
The furry hats are just one of the
Dude, to be honest, Jews love sectioning themselves off to be with each other. Well, when you say it like that, it makes it sound like we want to avoid outside. To be honest, they low-key kind of do. They do. They don't like outside forces just judging them and bothering them, and just in the past, like, yeah, Jews have been persecuted a lot, so they just want to mind their own business and not have anybody bother them and just like have this little safe haven. Interesting.
The many ways that Hasidic men stand out from the rest of us. Another way is by having payas, or long hair on the side of their head.
That guy's a singer, right?
Women, on the other hand, dress very conservatively, always covering their shoulders and knees, and they also wear wigs to protect the public from seeing their true identity. Women are also seen on the streets taking care of their kids, of which have
they're perfectly happy. You know, like they get like a video of like, hey, Jewish woman, come here and tell them you're happy. And she's like fake smiling, like, yes, I love everything. This is amazing. But those are usually one in what I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know too much about this community, regardless of being Jewish.
More is considered normal.
They reproduce a lot. There's a lot of kids in each family, so you can see the pediatrics office right there. The line is so long for kids to go see a doctor.
Nah.
If I owned a business here, I would open up a stroller shop.
I have 12 siblings. That's very common here.
Oh yeah, it is.
People have huge families.
Wow.
We get married extremely young. I was married at 18.
Marriage in Hasidic families is of utmost importance. It typically
you see, that's like, it's funny because in my world, guys start looking to get married around like 22 and up usually. Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy. I know. I mean, all my siblings, they're all happily married. They're all chilling. No one was forced to do anything. It's your decision. But like, yeah, I think it's predetermined I'm pretty sure in Hasidic. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure. Maybe someone could correct me. So like 22 for them is like, oh, you're too old, bro. You're getting old. You're never going to find somebody. It's interesting.
Happens at a very young age and involves the entire community. And believe me, the ceremonies are pretty awesome.
Yo, he knows the method,
One of my favorite things about being Jewish is the
rocking
food, and Abby is eager to take me to one of her favorite childhood restaurants called Gottlieb's. It's important to know that all food around here is kosher, which is a strict eating code that Hasidic, Orthodox, and many other Jews follow. It's kind of similar to halal food for Muslims, in that animals must be slaughtered a certain way to be able to eat them. All forms of pork are forbidden, and you cannot mix meat and dairy. In the 1930s, there were over 1,500 kosher delis in New York, but nowadays that number has dwindled down to about 20 as the Jews have spread around America. Gottlieb's has been a lifeline for Williamsburg Hasidic community since opening its doors 62 years ago.
Literally, it's like you'd be wandering down this random ass street and like in this small little inn, which is like world renowned, every Jew knows about it, but in reality it's this teeny little inn in like one of these communities, and it has like the most bussin' food you could imagine, and it's just in these little shit boxes, bro. But the food's amazing usually.
And the cuisine is all derived from Eastern Europe.
All right, we've made it.
Okay.
My family's from there.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Give me a rundown.
Rice, potatoes, mashed potatoes. Very common, very Eastern European, as you can see.
It is very Eastern European.
There's two kinds of goulash. You got sesame chicken, that's very popular with that. So that's actually one of my favorite things there. This is also amazing.
Ooh.
This seems unsanitary.
It's one of my favorite things as a child. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 kinds of kogos just here, and it's not even
heaven,
I'm into everything, so
it's all amazing.
You want to just order for me?
Oh, there's soups.
Yeah, I want to see the soups. Oh my God, it's a lot of soups, my friend.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
I wonder what these guys are like thinking of, like this non-religious Jew and like this trans Jew, like walk. Like I'm curious, like what's going on through their brain, bro.
That's my favorite. Those are the noodles. Amazing.
What about shallot? Some places probably have them, yeah.
It's not shallot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's just beans.
Chicken vegetable, everything in it. Then there's something over here. Chicken gizzards.
What's your favorite?
It's mad unsanitary, but it's also mad bussin'. I'm not even kidding.
All of them.
You'll get sick, but it's the best sick you'll ever get.
Can I ask you a question about payas? Have you had that your whole life?
Yeah, of course. Since I was 3.
It's those things. He's talking about the things on the side. Girls.
Since you were 3?
Yes.
But for you, it's been normal your whole life?
Of course. I have for my kids as well. I have my 8th boy. I'm gonna make payas now on Sukkot, before Sukkot.
Your 8th boy?
8th boy.
How many boys do you have?
I have 8 boys.
And girls?
1 girl.
Raw.
Are you always this busy?
I'm always busy, but I'm missing one guy is making a wedding tonight, one of my guys. One of my guys on vacation, so...
Hello,
how are you?
Got a picture from me?
I would love to, yeah. What's your name?
Yo,
My
this
name
dude.
is AB Baby.
Where are you from?
What? I don't want whatever this guy's on.
Willie boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like this restaurant?
Of course, who doesn't like this restaurant? This community is a wonderful community because there's a lot of nice people here. Look at Yitzchak. Take a look, Yitzchak. Take a look, Yitzchak.
Mad wholesome,
Take
bro.
a look, Menashe.
Yeah, he likes cameras.
Could you find such a guy like him?
So life is good here?
Life is great, especially when I meet
Santa.
you.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, why is his
Thank you
camera so close to his face, bro?
so much.
These two, they're kids.
they're
When he
kids.
said that they had guys,
First got the rain hat.
Mechitzen means that their kids are married to each other. As a community, you're quite close. Along with the men was this.
Wow.
You know what it is?
It's all in Hebrew. It's a Torah.
Okay, it's
This is what we say after this is like the after blessing when we're done eating.
the blessings you make after eating. I think we're both just getting, the two
Hi.
of us just put it down.
Matzo ball soup? I haven't had
Oh,
matzo
this
ball
soup
soup
is
in a
amazing.
long time.
Just
On
one?
Friday, I will make
It's
some.
also like a rainy day, so it's even
It's
even
perfect.
better.
It's like a fall day.
Feels like a home cooked meal. This looks extremely Eastern European, almost like you would
I
find
make a mean pea soup, by the way.
in Ukraine or Poland. Steaming off the top right there. Mmm. It's filled with meat, cabbage, onions. It's
My grandmother was from.
You know what else is filled with
rice
meat?
in it as well.
Oh yeah, there is rice in there.
Oh, there's right there.
It's so
Nah, stuffed
so
cabbage is
good.
really good.
And it's pretty filling too, because it has
Underrated.
rice and it's like a soup.
It has a starch and a protein.
It's like a soup and a dumpling. What is this one?
That's sesame chicken.
Okay.
I'll have some of that as well.
Yeah, please dig in. This is like Asian style, no?
Well, this is very interesting. So I have learned recently that there's a lot of overlap between Hasidic food and Asian food. And I think the reason for that is actually food developed out of poverty.
Is that why so many Jews and Asians be marrying each other, bruh? By the way, there's a lot of similarities between like Asians and Jews, just like culture-wise, and also just a lot end up getting married. It's very interesting.
They made use, that's why you get the gizzards, which are very popular.
Chicken hearts. They eat that in the Philippines.
This is the kolchlish, because it's very similar to gnocchi, kind of like the
Delicious.
pasta, but it doesn't really have a...
It's not cheese. It's like,
There's nothing dairy here. Oh, I should have pointed out.
oh yeah.
There's
nothing.
absolutely nothing dairy here.
Good.
And
So
it's-
this is
This is a meat restaurant.
a typical cuisine of Williamsburg.
Yeah, meat.
Well, this is a fantastic meal. Thank you for taking me here.
You haven't even
No,
tried
no, no. I'm concluding this part of the video. Don't worry, it's all gonna get eaten. She's a Jewish mother. Let's
The
eat.
only real way to insult me is by not eating food.
Thank you so much.
Are you sure you want to take me up on that challenge?
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön. Bitte schön.
Dankeschön.
Oh, thank you. Dankeschön.
Be well.
Be well. That's
Be well, Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Thank
As soon as I walked outside the door to that restaurant,
Gesund.
I could start to feel the culture sinking in as Abby and I walked the streets. All eyes were on us, and I felt a lot of pressure to keep my camera down because it's clear that people here do not want to be filmed.
Oh yeah.
Record this.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask the people on the street right now if they want to be interviewed. Hi.
They will all say no. These guys, listen, these guys have been through it, bro. They don't want people bothering them. That guy knows something.
The only people who accepted to be interviewed were non-Jews, and it was pretty interesting to hear their perspectives on the Hasidics.
If there wasn't here, it would be another ghetto. But I feel the tension between us all my life. I went to school here, but it's peaceful. If it wasn't, if they weren't here, then it would be an extension of the ghetto.
Bro knows the guy as well.
Hey, come here for a second. What do you think about this community?
I don't consider this to be a religion. I consider this to be a culture. I've been working for them for almost 17 years. And every community, there's bad and good things. Hey, nobody's perfect. The only person is the one above. So,
Hey, respect, man, respect.
Mad base, bro. Hell yeah.
I'm feeling like this tension building. The stakes are high. You know, Abby can't be seen. I can't be seen. Well,
people just gonna look.
By the
Can I
way,
shoot from
respect
the
to this person. They're just walking through full on like that takes guts, bro.
window from the street.
Well, technically, legally, they can't stop you. So
I know.
Yes, you can.
This is a cinema transferred into a synagogue.
Yo!
Almost everything about this community fascinates me, but nothing more than their restrictions to use the internet.
It's a gathering to be saved from all the dangers of technology.
So anti-internet.
Anti-technology, which is, yeah, that's pseudonym for the internet.
This place is called Cubicles, and it's literally
Guys, might
poster
be
internet.
wrong.
So basically,
You go in, you pay per hour, or half hour, whatever.
like an internet cafe in other
yes,
countries.
an internet cafe, and you get filtered or flash kosher version of the internet.
So it's like North Korea.
Internet without the haram stuff. Literally like call and text.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, that's a drastic
I'm gonna go in.
comparison.
Would you hold this?
What is going?
I was
What the
not
hell?
wanted in there. Let's go.
Whatever they tell you.
No, they just saw my camera. They're like,
Kosher
what are you
net. Yeah, that's a
selling?
good one.
Let's go. I'm fully Jewish. I had bar mitzvah, everything. Last name is very Jewish, but I'm not welcomed in this community, which is very fascinating.
I was told as a child that in school by my teachers that walking into a reform temple is worse than going into a church. And you have to realize going into a church is a horrible thing.
Yeah.
Going into a reform temple is even worse.
Yeah, that's tough to be told as a kid. I mean that is a weird ass perspective. I think they're saying that because one is like just another religion, They have their own beliefs, while they believe that Reform Judaism is literally like just like taking Judaism and like effing with it and messing it up. Hence like reforming Judaism, right? And they have a massive problem with that. And they find that worse than actually just entering a place that with another religion. That's a different religion, I'm pretty sure.
It's so interesting that all these shops are mostly food.
You will see later a lot of children's stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of children, a huge percentage of the community of children.
Yeah, because there's so many kids. You said people have 10, 15 kids.
My parents have 13 kids, and it's on the bigger
Bro, these kids
end,
be
but
wandering the
it's
streets. It is not
crazy
safe
large.
for
13
them,
is
bro.
not crazy to you? You have 10 grandkids, and you're not even that old.
No, you don't have to be old to get married at 18. You have a child every year.
Bruh.
When you are 38, your son is already getting married. When you're 40, he has 2 kids and you 2 grand.
This is crazy, bro. I don't do this shit.
20 is a joke. My father has hundreds.
We are now entering the heart of Hasidic Williamsburg.
Okay, let me rephrase. We've been at the heart the whole time, but until now we were in a part that also had government housing.
Okay.
So it ends up being a lot of people who are not Hasidic. From the BQE until Flushing Avenue, 100% of the people living here are Hasidic people.
100% though, bruh. Oh, this is gonna get mad interesting.
They write the Torah scrolls by hand.
Oh, cool.
The Torah is a compilation of the first 5 books of the Hebrew Bible, and it's written in a long scroll that all Jewish temples or synagogues have inside them. The Torah represents the totality of Jewish teaching,
This is
culture,
Haram.
and practice as instructed by God. When all Jewish people turn 13 years old, boys or girls, they have something called a bar.
This is, guys, this is definitely something. Should I plead the 5th again? I'll plead the 5th for now.
Or a bat mitzvah, which is a ceremony where they read a verse in the Torah to officially become an adult and be held accountable for their own actions. My bar mitzvah was on June 12th, 2004,
Yo, look at him.
and it was a day that I'll never forget.
This is classic like reform bar or like a modern bar mitzvah, you know? I did not get the chair and I'm still mad.
We're gonna turn out to a block that I've not been on for 10 years.
Okay.
And there's 2 very interesting things for me in there. There's the synagogue where my dad is the rabbi, the synagogue that is run by my dad. And then a bit further down, there's a synagogue run by my uncle, which was also the synagogue affiliated with the elementary school.
Is this the block?
This is the block.
So your dad's synagogue is on this block?
It's right here.
Oh, it's right here.
Right
This-
here. This.
You're not comfortable.
How can you tell?
Okay,
Bro's
this
gonna
is,
get all the eyes on
Abby's
them.
dad's synagogue right here. I'm not gonna stay here very long, but I respect you for taking
Bro, there's
me
little
here. That's
synagogues all over the
bizarre.
place here.
So this is a big synagogue. The one
Okay.
right coming up.
Yeah.
So this is now the rabbi of this community. Now is my uncle.
Are you comfortable?
Suffering?
No,
She's
I'm
wait,
not. I'm
they're
just
suffering? No
walking by
way.
and
Okay.
That's about right.
Wow, these synagogues are intense. I never thought I would feel intimidated by my
Bro,
own
this looks like a freaking like this looks mad like worshipy. I don't even know how else to term it.
religion. It's such a weird feeling.
So my family doesn't wear any wigs at all. So all my sisters and my mom and all my aunts and everyone, they shave their hair and then cover their heads.
Yeah,
with
that's
just-
like a ultra Hasidic thing. Like regular religious Jews will just like put like a wig over their hair, but these people will full on shave all their hair off.
the scarf.
Wigs. Oh.
No wigs. Wigs are too much.
They shave their head.
Shave
bald.
Shave bald on a 000. That's the other part that I think is very important.
000.
To realize. There are some beautiful parts, but I think it all gets wiped away by the fact that people can't choose. For people who want to choose this way of life, I will fight for their right to choose this way of life.
Right.
If that's what they want.
That's
But
crazy.
the
Wait, is this 1080? Okay, it is perfect.
reality is that most people don't have a choice.
We gotta
it's
go
your
bald.
whole life.
Nah.
Why is there no Israeli flags?
They're anti-Israel. They're extremely anti-Israel, trying to say.
It's interesting, right? Like these, like the ultra Hasidic are like anti-Israel, but like not for the reasons you think. Like it's not even Palestine related. It's just like it's this whole. They have like a whole nother reason of why they hate Israel.
This whole community is extremely anti-Israel.
I was shocked to learn that some Hasidics have mixed feelings about Israel. I mean, remember the Yeshiva University student that I just met at the Israeli Grill?
I believe that all Jews belong in Israel.
But Abby is telling me that the anti-Zionist Hasidics are from the Satmar sect, who make up the majority of South Williamsburg. Zionism is a movement for the development and protection of Israel. The Satmars believe that establishing a Jewish state before the arrival of the Messiah
There
is
you
a
go.
violation
Oh, he's
of
explaining
Jewish
it.
law.
Perfect.
When will the Messiah come? Who knows? But until then, you will not see a single Israeli flag on these streets.
We all pray every day that we should return to Israel, but
They got Barry Weber.
a holy one, like
Yeah.
one that is we want to see divine power, not some, just tanks and missiles.
There's a school bus with Hebrew writing on it that's parked right in front of an actual school.
This
no
shit
English,
always tripped
just
me
Hebrew.
out when I was
Look at that
younger.
security. That looks like I'm in a Islamic country and there's a checkpoint.
Security and, well, that's all Jewish place in New York.
Yeah, because
That's
of
gone up since Tree of Life,
terrorism.
since Pittsburgh, yeah. No, since the Pittsburgh shooting.
Yeah, there's a shooting in Pittsburgh.
Starting your eyes means not looking at people who are not dressed modest, not looking at non-kosher.
So they're gonna help you believe something?
They're gonna help you guard your eyes. No, they're gonna help you with advice and ideas. They're not trying to convince you to believe. This community is not much into convincing people who don't believe to believe. It's more about people who believe, but like people who struggle, people who sometimes watch porn, or like stuff like that.
That is so haram. That is so haram. Guys, these things happen. It's a normal thing, and people experience have these things, and you shouldn't feel ashamed. Of course.
But they believe that it's a problem. They help you.
So they think nobody watches porn here?
No, they know that some people do, and that's exactly what this is for.
How did this community start?
Okay, so the Hasidic movement was founded by actually my direct ancestor. His name is Rabbi Israel Ben Eliezer. My
bro is a descendant of the founder. That is crazy.
Fathers, mothers, mothers, father. Founded the movement. I was taught from a very young age.
That is lineage to lineage, bro. You're the heir or the heiress. Oh god.
He lived in a small village called Mezhebish in Ukraine.
Okay.
So the area that's now Ukraine had millions of Hasidic Jews before the Holocaust.
Okay.
The vast majority of them were killed by the Nazis.
So this community was born right after the war?
After the Holocaust, yeah.
They came here, they settled here?
In many ways as a result of the Holocaust.
I think it's amazing how these immigrants of Holocaust survivors are still able to practice their traditions in New York, the same way that their ancestors did hundreds of years ago in Eastern Europe. Walking these streets makes me feel like I've entered into a time machine back to the 1800s.
That is exactly what it feels like. I've like strolled through these places randomly. It's literally like what the hell just happened? Where the hell am I? You want to experience that? Freaking go there.
It's truly remarkable. Right now, I'm eager to step inside a synagogue and learn from the ways that Hasidics pray.
Oh, they're all gonna stare at you,
bruh. Where the strictest rules apply to outsiders.
By the way, they stare at me also. They'll stare at anyone that's not like their exact definition.
Abby tells me about another Hasidic district called Borough Park, where the chances of me entering a synagogue are much higher.
No way.
As soon as we arrived, I saw one out of the corner of my eye, but Abby chose to hang back with the cameras, so I went in alone with only my iPhone.
Oh yeah, I feel bad. Yeah, now if she went inside the freaking... Oh, that would cause problems, bro. If a trans person walked into one of these synagogues, bro, it would cause some problems, bro. It would be... Man, you don't even want to know. They'd probably just all start yelling, to be honest. Will they start beating them up? Well, technically, they wouldn't consider it to be touching like a woman. So maybe, I don't even know. Yeah, they're all praying. They're praying the Amida right now, which is a certain prayer that we do at the peak of prayer time. And we pray this type 3 times a day. We put our feet together to resemble an angel. This is like the closest that we get it to God in prayer. It's like a 10-minute portion of the prayer time. You know, we do that prayer 3 times a day.
It's hard to explain the feeling of being in that synagogue, surrounded by Hasidic Jews engaging in their most important duty, prayer. Some might say I'm intruding, but I feel like it's my duty to unlock these stories for you guys to see with the hopes that we can all appreciate diversity. On that note, I'm heading into a local shop to get myself a yarmulke, a Jewish cap made of cloth and worn by men to honor God above them.
So
which one he's getting, bro?
What's most common is this is called a 6 slice.
Velvet, okay.
And they cover more.
I used to wear those ones.
And then, like, if you
now I have a yarn one.
You would get one of these, which is just 4 pieces.
Got it.
Foreskin yarmulke. We're not doing this again.
You think it's too small?
That's perfect. Okay. He says it's perfect.
It feels right.
It's a little
I've worn
small.
a lot of keepers in my day.
It's a teeny bit small.
This one, so it might take me a second, but let's see.
There it is. Something feels off about this.
The shofar, everyone. How many shekels?
By the way, but now's the month right before Jewish New Year where we blow that every single day.
Now do I look a little more respectable?
Now you look like...
There you go.
You look like modern Orthodox.
Yeah.
Like you can pass as a modern
It changes everything. This changes
everything.
Oh yeah.
Kind of keep
he literally, he could blend in as modern. That is crazy.
Changes everything.
So Abby and I have discovered
There's an imposter among us.
Ton of magazines all in Yiddish.
This is a weekly newspaper, and there's 3 of these. It's about the same size.
So most people don't have internet; they just use this.
Yes.
Instead.
And it's big. And then you got
the old-fashioned way,
some
guys.
of these are monthly magazines. Like these are monthly magazines.
Nah, someone definitely owns the news. Like, you know the whole thing now. Jews run the media. Jews are legitimately running this media. 100%. And it's such a small community. It's so easy. Like, there's literally probably one guy in charge of this. This is like literally running the media, bro.
This is also something that can only exist without the internet.
Well, this looks like...
It's just photos. It's literally just photos. It's page sticks.
Yiddish is an offshoot of German that was started by Ashkenazi Jews in the 9th century in Central Europe. Sadly, the language was nearly extinct due to the Holocaust, when 6 million Jews were murdered by Nazi Germany from 1941 to 1945.
Rest in peace.
These murders were carried out in pogroms, riots, and mass shootings, as well as forced labor and gas chambers within concentration camps such as Auschwitz, which is the saddest and darkest place that I've ever been in my life. Some 85% of all Jews killed in the Holocaust spoke Yiddish, or roughly 5 million people. And today, that number is a mere 600,000.
And we just came back to our pre-Holocaust numbers of Jews.
If you ask me, it is surreal to hear Yiddish being spoken in the United States today.
This is like really common. People will just come and buy a magazine and take it home.
We used to buy like one of those newspapers, several things every week, yeah.
Look at this. Oh, sorry.
Bro's on a mission.
How you doing?
Bro wants no interaction.
You know what it says inside?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Damn, look at this guy. Get a load of this guy, huh?
Anything.
Bro, this is like the ghetto of the Jews, bro.
Happens. People don't call 911 at all. People always call them. I memorize their number. It's 7183-871.
So it's like the ambulance. It's like an.
That's what people call. Yeah, that's what people call.
Is it like a trust issue? Like they want to be with other?
It's a mix of a lot of things. It's a bit mix of trust. It's they
NYPD just drove by.
They don't charge.
Oh really? It's free. Okay, now I understand.
Basically, people say, oh, Jews, they have their own hospital stuff. They like ambulances and they have their own police officers. Basically, yeah, for these types of communities, they have them. Because I guess it's a trust thing, but also because literally in New York, the cops just don't show up on time. It takes like 10 minutes. So the Jews got together and they're like, okay, we'll freaking make our own. You can do it. Why don't you do it? You know? Yeah, they get there in like a minute or two.
There's a
in New York.
Hasidic mother and a Muslim mother next to each other, pushing their kids on the playground. That's cool.
Equality.
What's it like to live in this like Hasidic community?
It's rough because it's kind of a closed community, but it's got its beauty, it's got its innocence. It's really different than the whole world, but it's really cool. I'm Hasidic.
I'm sorry.
So
dude.
yeah, it's all good. So yeah, I grew up Hasidic.
So why this?
Nah, he's got the
It
schnoz.
didn't work for me, obviously, and I went on my own. I went on my own path, my own journey. But there's nothing like home. There's nothing like coming home, and there's a lot of love here. It's an awesome community, but it's definitely got its rougher edge like parts.
The sun
make the world a dwelling place for God to rest, so that Messiah could come and stuff.
Being ready to set, and Abby wants to take me to a legendary Judaica bookstore from her childhood. It is so impressive how these old-fashioned bookstores are still thriving in this day and age.
Oh yeah.
I am 99% certain that that's a couple who got married within the last week.
So they're still getting to know each other.
You can tell by the way they're walking apart from each other because for certain halachic reasons, the night after night of the wedding, you're not allowed to touch for 7 days until they go to the mikveh, and it's a long story.
Because, like, I think you have your period after you sleep or something, or maybe that's just a Jewish thing.
So these are all graphics.
And you can't, if they're on their period, like, you can't touch them.
All of them in Yiddish, of all kinds.
You're proud of Yiddish.
I'm very proud of Yiddish, but it's like, these things are made today for people who read it.
Is this really the 21st century? CD special for $1.99?
CDs, bro! They don't got the CDs!
The bookstore is busy and intense, and I'm debating whether or not I should go in with my camera. Luckily, the owner came outside and invited us in to learn about the books and the items that are sold here.
Right now I'm in the largest bookstore here. It's fascinating. It's really beautiful in here. We have all different kinds of books, all in Hebrew and Yiddish. It's interesting because they don't have internet on their phone, so they come here to learn, to study, read books, magazines.
I'm low-key jealous of, like, it's like there's so many, there's pros and cons. Yeah, they don't have internet, but also, like, they're so caught up in that community. Like, it's low-key, like, I don't even know, like, is free thinking going on? Probably not.
Newspapers, CDs, that's fascinating.
Morty Getz. I grew up in Borough Park, so when I grew up, this is where I spent most of my time. This was always like the book central. It's not a library by the full description of what a library is, but it serves as a sort of library for children.
How would you describe?
You know what's funny? The guy who made this video, this Drew guy, he, like, the second he put on a yarmulke, it's like a filter. Now all the Jews are, like, being nice to him. Nah, I'm kidding. It's just funny.
Borough Park and this Hasidic community.
So it's very vibrant.
Feels like being in the Copenhagen extreme, kind of.
Second and third generation post-Holocaust. So the rebirth is amazing. I think the younger generation is not as aggressive as the first generation.
No, they're
They
not.
felt it as an obligation to the rebirth. 6 million wiped out. They felt they have to rebuild that.
Do you know the significance of Payas?
Significance of Payas. So the commandment is to leave some here on both sides of the head. That's
Yeah, and then there's like arguments about like where this part starts, and that's why not everybody has it.
Political commandment. It became more
Some
of
people
a
are just more strict
tradition
about
of having us remember that we're part of this community. So it became more symbolic than the biblical commandment. It became more of a symbol of a dress code.
What's it like to live?
Are Jews hitting the gritty? Oh, most definitely. Oh, I'll be hitting the gritty. My friends be hitting the gritty.
I love this place. Nobody ever sleeping. It's always stuff going on here.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, 8.
8?
Yeah.
Wow. So you come here to get all your
Bro
information?
has seen some stuff.
So this is a shofar collection.
Yes.
Is this from a deer? A ram?
A ram. So
screw the Rams. Bengals should have won.
People from the Middle East, like Yemen, they have large ones. Ashkenazi Jews mostly have the smaller ones.
Why do Jews?
I have a massive horn. No, I'm serious. No, like the horn I got in my house really big.
So it's a commandment in the Bible that at the beginning of the year we should blow with the shofar. The Talmud explains it.
Blow the
as
horn,
if to
y'all.
wake up people from the dream.
I'm being bad.
To do tshuva. Repent
That
on
is
it.
harder than it looks, by the way.
Sins.
It's a wake-up call.
It's a wake-up call. And those times, that's how people used to.
It's
like,
reminding
hundreds
us
used to
about,
be
like, the
reminded, wake
Messiah.
up, so it was a wake-up call.
Y'all? Who said Jews can't get sturdy, bruh?
This video isn't complete until I experience a Shabbat dinner inside of a Hasidic
Oh,
household.
here he is. He's
For
back.
those who aren't aware, in Judaism, Shabbat is a day of rest that happens every week from sunset on Friday to sunset on Saturday. During Shabbat, it is prohibited to work, to drive a car, to use your phone, and even to turn on the lights during these holy 25 hours. All of the activity takes place at home, talking among family and friends, praying in the synagogue, and eating a massive meal.
Yo, those
While I
ribs
don't
look
keep
good.
Shabbat on a
Holy
regular basis,
swole.
I do love to participate, and I always enjoy this peaceful day of rest whenever I get the chance. However, filming a Shabbat dinner inside of a Hasidic home is nearly impossible because it goes against the principles of
Yes.
not working.
Yes.
Let's just say that it took me 4 months to get permission from a rabbi to film the Shabbat dinner that you're about to see.
This is mad sus. Which rabbi did it, bro? That is mad sus. The amount of loopholes they had to come up with for that, bro. Because it's like, well, technically, he's not doing it. Like, he'll get his friend that isn't Jewish to video it, but we're not supposed to be, like, involved in that. But he's involved because he owns, like, the YouTube channel. Why it's a day of rest. We're not supposed to be recording that stuff. It goes against our laws, bro. I'm curious, like, whatever.
He approved my mission to document in good faith and share the beauty of Hasidic culture only if I do not touch or address the camera beyond sunset. After several failed attempts, my
Interesting.
friend Shlomi, who
Let's
is a
go
fellow
golfing. You need to do this DJ Khaled. Brother, you are terrible.
traveler and YouTuber about life as a Hasidic Jew, invited me into
Yeah,
his
this guy
own
does
house,
a lot of
which is
stuff.
located outside of the city.
How you doing? Good to see you.
These are the 3 kids.
Hey, how are you?
That's a girl, that's a boy, and the baby's a girl. My name is Shlomi Zayans. I was born in Borough Park, Brooklyn, New York.
Not many Jewish
What is
YouTubers, y'all.
Hasidism to you? What does it mean?
It's a very, very good question, a very deep question. I think Hasidism means a lot of things to a lot of different people. There are some people who are very focused on the inner Hasidism, which I believe is the most important part of it. There was somebody named Yisrael Baal Shem Tov. He lived in the 1700s in Ukraine. He felt that Judaism was getting a little bit dry. People weren't doing Judaism with enough passion. So he reinvented the whole system of how we relate to God and how we interact with God and how Jews live. And many people.
The Baal Shem Tov is like the CEO of freaking like Hasidic / Kabbalistic styles of Judaism. Well, Kabbalistic stuff existed before, but he gave that stuff clout. Like every like Hasidic dynasty, including the one I'm a part of, the one he's a part of, like has stemmed from that man.
People would say that the Baal Shem Tov and the Hasidic movement saved.
Hold on for being a
Ashkenazi
Tom for
Judaism
Shabbos?
because
What?
there were
No,
so many
people do
who
that.
would have fallen out if not for this new invigoration of life and excitement into the Judaism.
Interesting. I've seen your YouTube channel. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
traveling as a Hasidic Jew and what you're learning from it and taking us through your life.
Hey, where does Yamaka go?
Keep it up, by the way.
Gonna try.
Is that controversial among the community?
I have some very open-minded
Probably.
rabbis who
That's
feel
good.
that it's important for people to understand what Shabbos is, and therefore, It's not like we're doing this every week. On a one-time basis, we brought people in with special permission from rabbis, and that's what we're doing again this week. Yeah, and it's very important to say that. So I just want to make it very clear that this Shabbos video that we are going to do today was done with the permission of a rabbi, and anybody who's considering doing anything similar should please talk to their local rabbi to make sure that this can be approved in a way that it goes in accordance with halacha, with Jewish law.
Me personally, I probably would not do that. But I mean, if they get, well, I mean, hey, if they got their rabbi, they got their rabbi.
I am about to do tefillin, which is a very special experience in Judaism.
We wear this when we pray, guys, in the morning.
I'm following the leader here. He's showing me what to
Only
do.
on weekdays.
So first of all, please lift up your left sleeve. Repeat after me. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedishanu, v'mitzosav v'tzivanu.
Oh, he knows the Hebrew words.
L'haniach tefillin.
Tefillin is a prayer that involves a black leather box with leather straps containing scrolls from the Torah.
And then like this.
And then,
this.
Yes. And now we got it.
If you're righty, you wear it on your right arm. If you're lefty, you wear it on your left.
Guide me.
So, Shema.
And if you're ambidextrous, then you wear it on your right.
Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai.
Bruce got the Hasidic
Now
accent.
I would just suggest if you want to, think about your family, pray for your loved ones, and just have a moment. You can close your eyes, leave them open, whatever you're comfortable with.
I mean, I personally don't be doing this.
By the way, we have to take the obligatory tefillin selfie.
I want to call them unicorns.
Selfies. And, but I have to tell everyone that I wrapped Drew Rubinsky.
Yeah, of course, please.
Okay, so.
I have a feeling
Bro
what's
got
in
the
this box,
selfie.
and I feel like it's a hat.
This is a hat.
Oh,
Very
that is
special
definitely
hat.
a hat.
Stramo.
Yeah, Stramo.
That was a good accent. That was a good accent,
Perfect.
honestly.
This is a hat that Hasidic men wear on Shabbos.
Oh my
They are very expensive.
That thing's
this
probably
one,
like
I believe, was $5,500.
Bro,
Legend
Jewboi
has it, back in the 1700s, or possibly even earlier in Poland, there was a king or a count or someone in power who told Jews that they couldn't wear fur. But he made one exception. They're allowed to wear fur from a tail. Supposedly the lowest, disrespectful, cheapest part. So the Jews went and they made hats completely made out of tails, and beautiful hats. They rock them like this, and every Shabbos they try to put us down and we lift ourselves up.
Bro.
Now I have one for you too.
You have one.
Bro, those hats, man, I don't wear those hats. I mean, they wear it. A guy named Peter made a video similar to this. I mean, maybe I'll check it out another time.
I'm gonna put it on your head.
Yarmulke stays on?
I'm gonna crown you. Yarmulke stays on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What animal is it?
Look at this guy. He's blending right in, bro.
You only wear this leading up to
We got him. We got him, guys. We got him.
Or do you wear it throughout
No,
the
you
night?
wear it
throughout, like.
Yeah. So I make kiddush, which is the blessing on the wine. I'll wear it. Make hamaitzi, which is the blessing on the bread. Wear it. A lot of people will wear it for the
You
entire
make a lot
meal.
of blessings.
It gets kind of heavy and kind of hot.
Yeah.
So like usually when I start eating soup, that's when my body heats up and then I take it off.
You got a nice little like lean there. Is mine
Yeah,
straight or is
yours is straight.
I kind of like the curve.
I like it too. It's like the hood Hasidic, you know?
He's right.
Hood Hasidic.
The tilted hats, bro. It's a thing.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
Someone made a joke that like every type of hat is like what gang you're in, like in Judaism, like depending which hat you wear. You know, it's funny.
Now I'm in the Shabbos mode.
Yes, you are.
Wow.
Looking good.
Bro is blending right in. He just needs to grow his beard out.
Now what's
you know.
interesting is that it goes right over left.
Oh.
Okay? So in Hasidic thought,
It's Kabbalistic
the right
stuff.
side represents kindness and the left side represents judgment. You always want to have the kindness over the judgment. Make sure that there's more kindness than judgment. So we wear our clothing right over left.
I like that.
Good
Yo,
night,
look at that montage walk.
You don't have payas, but because you have the beard, you kind of look like a
Yeah, it's way too big for
new-age
him.
modern chassid. If you
But these are
didn't have a
expensive,
beard,
you know?
then it would be harder to. Then people would be like, "Who's
Right
this
now,
guy?"
he's dripped out in like probably like $7,000 drip right
But
now.
with the beard,
By
yeah,
the way, all these guys, they got more drip than you, bruh. These Jews are rocking with at least 5K on them, bruh.
Pull it off.
We're talking about all these,
Not me, these
things
guys.
that happen on Shabbat, but for those who aren't Jewish or maybe don't know, Shabbat is a time that happens sundown Friday night to sundown Saturday night, so 24-hour period.
Yeah, mine's a couple hundred,
25
too.
hours actually.
25-hour period, every single Friday to Saturday.
No matter what.
For existence, no matter what.
Yeah.
And during Shabbat, it's a time of relaxation, a time of family, and you're not allowed to work.
No cooking, no watering the
no cooking,
grass.
no watering,
Like just chill.
just chill.
Yeah.
Shabbat should be totally focused on
I love. By the way, I low-key love Shabbat, the Sabbath, Shabbos, whatever it is, because yeah, literally, I'm unplugged from everything. All this online crap, I'm out of it. It gives me time to like think and and like be normal for a second. Like I think everyone should do it, honestly, even if you're not Jewish. Just have a day where you're just not online. Literally, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have it. I'd go crazy.
Doing nothing. You just feel the presence of Shabbos.
Can you shower?
No.
Can you shave?
No.
Can you brush your teeth?
No. When you take a
On the
toothbrush
Sabbath, guys,
and you put toothpaste on it, and most people put it under water as well, what's happening is that you're squeezing out water from between the bristles. And you're not allowed to squeeze water out of anything on Shabbos. That's the problem with the teeth. It's not a hygienic thing, it's the water thing. So there's somebody who invented something called a Shabbos toothbrush.
Yep.
Rubber bristles,
waiting for
where
it.
the water doesn't get converged within the bristles, and then when you use it, you're not squeezing out.
Bro,
Do you have a
Shabbos is so meticulous, man. The amount of things we have to do to like not violate like certain sub laws it's a lot.
Shabbos toothbrush?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't.
You travel to all these
I don't
countries.
I don't
What if a
brush on the
flight is
Sabbath.
canceled on Thursday and rebooked to Friday night. What do you do?
I'm not going to be on that flight. No chance. Only if it's a life or
Only
death
if it's life or
situation.
death.
Yeah, there's like 39 laws of things you can't do on the Sabbath, and then all of those laws have like sub-laws, and then things that derive from it. Like electricity derives from like starting a fire. Like it's a whole thing.
God forbid, like if I had medication that could save someone's life at the other end of the world, I'd get on a plane and bring it to them.
Jews be do
Anything short of
loopholing.
life or
We're
death,
lawyers, bro. What do you think?
Shabbos comes first. My baby was born on Shabbos.
Really?
Now, we went to the hospital before Shabbos because my wife was in labor earlier, but if we had to, yeah, we would just get in the car and go to the hospital.
Yeah, you're allowed to drive if that happens.
Gotta have baby, gotta have baby.
I mean, you can have a baby at home, but most women aren't into that.
So,
Yo, DIY baby, bro. Isn't every baby's a DIY baby, bro? Okay, but you know, like at home.
Shabbat, this is a very meaningful time of the week. Is it usually just your family, or do you have guests come over?
So we actually travel a lot. So like.
Oh, you travel with him?
Some of the time, yeah. Like if it's like a really dangerous place, then I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go to Afghanistan or anything?
No, I have 3 kids.
Do you connect with other Jews on the road? Have you done that? Go to like Chabad or any communities?
For sure, we always go to Chabad. I mean, we kind of like rely on Chabad for like restaurants.
It is a lifeline.
And, like,
I've done the same.
Yeah. Like they're amazing. They really are. First of all, I hope
I'm
you're
not
like,
trapped.
absolutely starving.
I love
and you're
everything.
not
No, I'm
eating
kidding.
today.
I'm pretty hungry.
Okay, good. So we have some baked asparagus, Hasselback.
Wow.
Ooh.
Some sweet baked chicken, sweet potato pie. We have some rice to go with the fish.
Okay.
This is chillin'.
Yo, literally, perhaps what is this? What is, oh man, if only, bruh. This is recorded before DJ Khaled, but literally, bro, like, what is this? Bruh, what is this?
Yep. Like a beef stew. Yep.
Perhaps what is this, bruh?
Sorry.
And what is this?
And here we have the beef
Wow.
lasagna with vegan cheese because we don't do milk and meat together. We have a teriyaki salmon.
Ooh, your mom
with
stopped
ribs.
cooking cholent. I make amazing cholent. I make a mean cholent. No one makes a better cholent than me.
This is
Yeah, this is a
insane.
lot of
There's
food,
an
bro.
unlimited amount of food.
This is a
here.
lot of food.
We got some
Like, this isn't.
grilled
Well,
cauliflower.
I guess Jewish moms do this type of
roasted
stuff.
eggplant.
They're going all out probably because this guy's coming over.
vegetables. And we have hot apple pie and
Nah, this is like, this is
Wow.
like boss
You've
level
outdone yourself.
Shabbos,
Thank
bruh.
you.
and some dessert.
I'm eating all of that, bruh. Yeah, beef
I'm kinda
lasagna. Meat
speechless.
lasagna is amazing,
If
bruh.
someone were to decide to keep
My
Shabbos
favorite
and
food.
wasn't for
I ain't
religious
kidding.
reasons, food is also a good reason.
Yes.
Is it always the same dishes?
That's a very good question. So basically, what we do is
Imagine like every Saturday, every Sabbath, you stop what you're doing, you make a big ass meal and you eat that, bruh.
there are certain traditional dishes that everyone has. We start off with wine, then fresh baked challah bread.
Yep.
Then usually people will go fish, soup, and some kind of main dish with side dishes.
Yep.
But you can be kind of like, you can freestyle with what kind of fish.
And this goes without saying, obviously. Everything is kosher, always. Everything. Kosher is just
Bro went to the Bosch and asked if it was kosher, bruh.
It's kind of like halal, Muslim, it's similar.
Yeah.
They're like us.
Basically, what it is kosher is any
Yo, Phil, what's
animal
going on,
that is
bro?
slaughtered has to be slaughtered by a rabbi who took specific training and try to eliminate the suffering of the animal while it's being killed. We don't eat milk and meat together. We don't eat pork. We don't eat shellfish.
Haram.
I'm so in it, I never miss anything else. Thank God we're eating very well over here.
We are just seconds away from 5:47 p.m., the exact time when
hungry now?
Shabbat begins, which is actually the moment when you can identify 3 stars in the night sky.
Yes.
We are all dressed up in our Shabbat clothes,
And it's dark
including
enough to see
Shlomi's
it.
lovely kids. You can really begin
Shut
to
up,
feel
little
the
bro.
spirit in the air. Shabbat officially begins
this
with
kid?
the women of the house lighting 2 candles, marking the division between light and darkness.
It's hilarious. By the way, people think that the word guy, which is like, is Yiddish or for like not Jewish. Like people think that's like a derogatory word. Literally, like I think people that weren't Jewish made that like a derogatory word.
I'm gonna bless my children.
When Shabbat starts, it's customary for the man to say a prayer or a blessing to each of his kids, and it's a beautiful sight to witness.
Then the camera turns off and they take everything off and go to McDonald's. Joke.
So we're gonna go into the kitchen and wash the bread. Okay. And then we're gonna continue.
Jews always wash each hand twice for ritual purity and actual cleanliness.
I do it
before
3
reciting
times.
blessings and reciting
I forgot what the third one was for, but I do it 3.
Then they sing.
Bro's got that accent. It's like a Hasidic accent. Bro, look, he got a nice voice.
After that, they
What was
recite
that?
some prayers and take the first sip of wine, which everyone in the room drinks from the same cup.
Yeah! You only took a small bit, guys.
This
Calm
big
down.
fluffy Jewish bread, called challah, always kicks off the Shabbat dinner. Then food keeps on coming.
Yo.
If there's one thing that all Jews have in common, it is feeding you until you cannot breathe.
Nice big glass of wine.
Oh, thanks. There's some left.
No, don't worry, I'm not ready.
How many days did it take you to cook this? Definitely more than 1.
All of yesterday.
All of yesterday?
Yeah, that's a whole day operation, man.
Drinking alcohol is a big part of every Jewish dinner, and
Okay, not
Shabbat
everybody does
is
this.
no exception.
But yeah, it's a thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Good job.
The kid, yo, that kid wants some, bro. Give the kid some, bro.
Cheers.
L'chaim.
Mayor, you're gonna have some water, okay? A
Bruh.
regular night at 8 p.m., what would I be doing? Maybe I'd be eating supper with my family, maybe I'd be putting the kids to bed, but I wouldn't have the clarity and peace of mind to just stop everything being a moment. When my boss is on my phone, on one phone.
The baby
second
wasn't
phone,
saying it, no, it was the
wants
kid.
me, and everything's just all up in the air. Now, relax, peaceful, and relaxing, and just
Yo.
centering on yourself.
That's
The
some
food
Breaking
kept
Bad
on
stuff.
coming, but soon after, I cut the cameras out of respect for Shabbat.
That's
I ended
nice.
up staying at Shlomi's house a few hours into the night, and it was a wonderful experience.
Then he drove
to
away.
say the least. As a Jew and someone who has celebrated Shabbat in many countries around the world, I must say that this one was the most special, and I'm very grateful to have the opportunity to take you guys along on my quest to learn all about Hasidic culture.
Wow.
The good and the bad.
Hey.
As uncomfortable as it may be to witness how women and LGBT folks are treated by this community, or how sad it is that most kids do not practice speaking English at home, nor have access to a well-rounded education, it's important to remember where Hasidic Jews come from and how they came to be, which explains why they hold on to a lifestyle that seems so backwards to the rest of us. In many ways, Hasidic Judaism can
These
be
guys
looked
are
at
always
as
on
a miracle.
phones.
For a group of 500,000 Jews who
notice?
are direct descendants of Holocaust survivors to have such discipline in preserving their traditions and identity for over 250 years is unbelievable. As the world keeps evolving, I hope that insiders find it in their hearts to be more inclusive,
Yes.
and that outsiders can stomach some respect for the world's most resilient religious community.
Yeah.
And for all you guys watching at home, thank you so much for being on this journey with me.
Bruh.
And I hope you learned something
They
new
sound
about
based-
the
oh,
special
yeah.
culture and Judaism as a whole, my beloved religion. I welcome your thoughts, comments, and heated debates down below. I will actively be reading and responding to as many of them as I can. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.
That is, wow. Yo, what's this guy's name? Long video, bruh. Drew Binsky. Yeah, I'll literally smash like, subscribe. Bro, it got 8K dislikes, bruh. Damn. No, that was very, very insightful. It's a good video. Yeah, obviously there are many types of Jews. This was one sect, and they freaking went into it, bruh. And that Shlomi dude who hosted the meal for him. I'm curious what y'all thought of that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, smash like, subscribe, follow the Twitch, and literally like watch this video over here. I mean over here. It's literally the best video ever.